Test, test.
Sound too much.
Test, test.
Okay, if you are here to speak on a D&D property, please come to the front row. If you're here to speak on a D&D property, please come to the front row.
Hi, Kelly. Sir.
Okay, it's time to get started. I will call this special meeting of the Lawton City Council to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the prayer by Pastor Wiegert.
Let's pray. Our Father, we come before you today, once again, Lord, seeking your wisdom and your direction as we have decisions that are laid before us. We thank you, Father, that those who call upon your name, you promise to respond to us and give us the guidance and direction we need. Have your will and way. For your honor and glory we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, so I just thought I'd throw everybody for a loop because that wasn't on the agenda. It's on the regular council meeting, but we'll just do it again.
We need to practice.
Because I feel like we need to pray before our council meetings.
We need the extra.
Please
prayer.
call the roll.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
Quorum is established. Okay, here's how we're going to do this. After we get through item number 1, I'm just going to go down the row and find out what you're here for, and we're going to deal with that first so you don't have to wait on these D&D houses. Then we'll deal with the ones nobody's here for after that. Item number 1 is adopt a resolution declaring the structure located at 1913 Northwest Lincoln Avenue to be dilapidated pursuant to Section 651 Lawton City Code, ordering the owner to abate the nuisance, authorizing summary abatement, and authorizing the city attorney to commence legal action in district court to abate the nuisance. Josh, and remind us why this is old business.
Yes, 1913 Northwest Lincoln Avenue. This one came in July. It was was brought back, it was tabled because of the issues with the deed. That deed has since been fixed through county. This had no water since 2018 with the fire date of September 18th as well.
Okay, did we hold the public hearing?
We did hold the public hearing.
You're 100% sure
Yes,
of
because
that?
he came up here and talked with it.
Okay, so the public hearing has already been held. Why did we continue this?
Problems with the deed. The folks that were here were the ones who were technically supposed to be the ones that sold the property, but whatever problems that we had with the deed, it didn't go over to the other folks until it was changed through the county.
Okay, so we're not going to have a public hearing. Council, do you have questions? And what ward is this in? Ward 2? Kelly?
Yes. You want to check and see if these people are here for that?
Are you folks here for 1913 Lincoln? Okay, is anybody here for 1913 Lincoln? Okay, there's no public hearing on this one, Kelly.
Telling me I can go. Let me get my glasses.
Oh,
I move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Second.
have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote. Motion carries 7-0. Bringing up business item number 2. Hold a public hearing and adopt a resolution declaring the structures located at 12 Southwest G Avenue, 14 Southwest G Avenue, 23 Northwest 24th Street, 56 Northwest 24th Street, 706 Southwest E Avenue, 811 Southwest H Avenue, 813 Southwest H Avenue, 913 Southwest Monroe Avenue, 1214 Southwest Smith Avenue, 1405 Southwest Summit Avenue, 1511 Southwest Dr. Charles W. Whitlow Avenue, 1603 Northwest Lincoln Avenue, 1913 Northwest Smith Avenue, 2115 Northwest Pollard Avenue, to be dilapidated pursuant to Section 651 Lawton City Code, ordering the owner to abate the nuisance, authorizing summary abatement, and authorizing the city attorney to commence legal action in district court to abate the nuisance. Okay, we're just going to start right here with this gentleman. What address are you here for?
1511.
Okay, come on up. Okay, you want to go through the presentation? 1511 Dr. Charles Whitlow?
Correct.
Okay.
It didn't want to be torn out. So that's why they ain't
Is that what it was? Give me just a second.
No, that ain't it.
So, just real quick, the first two properties are 12 and 14, and she is here. So what's the way we wouldn't have to go all the way through? Okay.
This is, I have my mic off, I'm going to repeat that. 12 Southwest G Avenue, 14 Southwest G Avenue. Josh.
Well, thank you, Mayor and Council. 12 Southwest G Avenue. 12 Southwest G Avenue does have an active water account right now. The clicker is still not working, though. Okay, you can just go ahead and scroll through them. That's totally fine. The property was also posted on the on August 14th, 24. Any questions?
Okay, at this time, I'm going to open the public hearing on 12 Southwest G Avenue. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward to the podium. Okay, and what do you, let's see, we need your name and address, I guess.
My address?
Yeah.
I live at 1707 Northwest Kingsbury.
Okay, repeat that for us, please.
I live at 1707 Northwest Kingsbury, Lawton, Oklahoma.
And your name?
Alice Sampson.
Okay, Miss Simpson, what do you have to tell us?
My brother was the one that rented the place. I had nothing to do with it because I was taking care of our mother. And he told the guy he rented it to a retired sergeant, the house. The sergeant let 3 women move in with him. When he died, they didn't move out and they didn't pay rent. And I just found out the other day that they hadn't paid their electric bill. And I can't afford their electric bill and mine too. But the guy that's rented it now, I went down there and he's been gathering up the trash and stuff to get rid of it. We paid one time for the city to come down and clean it up, and those girls were still living in there, and they messed it up. And when they moved out of the house, because we had to have them evicted, and they were supposed to pay us over $700 back rent and things.
Is this the property over by Loopy Construction?
Yes, it's
and
exactly
Splash?
his property around.
There have been a lot of problems with these properties, from what I understand, with stealing electricity from the neighbors.
That was those 3 women.
Pardon me?
That was those 3 women stealing the electricity. I knew nothing about it.
It's my understanding this has been a long-going situation, right, with the police issues? Okay.
I know
Do
it
you-
is, and we've talked to them. The first time we paid to have the city went out there and we paid the bill ourselves. And we went down there and told
So we've
them.
been through this process before, apparently. Okay, do you have anything else to tell us, ma'am?
Yes, we evicted those women and went to court to do it. And they were supposed to move out, and they finally moved out a day after they were supposed to have been out. They didn't. They're supposed to pay us the money, and they didn't do that either, but they haven't seemed to be able to find them to put them in jail or anything. I'm the only one they seem to be able to find.
Okay. Any questions from anybody? Is there anybody else that'd like to come forward and speak on 12 Southwest G Avenue? You have a question? Okay.
Question. I just want to know where we're going with this, because something's got to be done. Are you going to remodel it, bring it up to standards, or are you going to?
I actually had plans to, when they moved out, to after it gets cleaned up.
These are your plans to go down there and remodel it and bring it to standards?
If I had to move back down there, yeah, I would.
No, not if you have to move back down. Is it something you're going to do? Because
The people that's moving in there now, he said that he would fix up what they tore up and remodel the house. The house is still in good condition. I went in, the house is full of trash, but the house is still in good condition.
Thank you. Alan, you have a question?
Yeah, hi, how are you? My question was pretty much the same. Does this place need to have some permits put on it to remodel? Is that?
Get all the trash out of it. Yes, it would need a little bit of fixing up. They tore up the house before they moved out.
Yeah, are you able to get a permit and begin the work, or have someone else begin the work?
If I have to. But my cousin does remodeling, and he was the one that does that for us. He's the one that checks our.
Well, with the amount of complaints and the trouble that's been over there, obviously you've had trouble with it also. I think that what we need to do is get the houses back up to standard and get them rented and get this all behind us. And I think the way we do that is you'll have to, it more than likely is going to be put on the D&D because it's come this far already with all the legal work. But that still allows you to pull a permit on it and then check with these gentlemen here.
Excuse me, what's D&D?
A demo and demolition.
Dangerous and dilapidated.
Dangerous and dilapidated, sorry.
It's going to, my guess is the council's going to put this on the dangerous and dilapidated property list. That gives you 6 weeks to pull a permit to remodel, and you must show improvement monthly. But these two guys right here will work with you through that process, but well, we're still in a public hearing. I'll give my opinion in a minute. Is there anybody else that'd like to speak on this item? Yes.
Josh, what is it about this building that we have it on the D&D? Is it just the junk and debris, or is it, I mean, from this picture, it looks like it's in decent shape.
There's quite a few things that are going on with the property, not to mention, the outhouse, and not to mention just the public nuisance that it is, and the amount of times that we have been over there to clean up this property. The property next door that they were stealing electricity for or from, and just a bunch of different reasons on it.
Okay, at this time, I'm closing the public hearing. Do we have a motion?
Yes, Mayor. I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property dilapidated and public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
I second.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate, and I'm going to make a comment that I believe this property needs to be on the D&D to force compliance. It's a problem. It's causing criminal problems, and the compliance needs to be forced. Is there any other comments? Please vote.
Harris.
Yes.
Chapman. Gill.
Yes.
Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins.
Okay, motion carries. Now we move on to 14 Southwest G Avenue. Josh?
14 Southwest G Avenue has no water account found on this property. This property was also posted on August 14th, 2024. Any questions?
At this time, I'll open a public hearing on 14 Southwest G Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Do you wish to speak, ma'am?
It seems like y'all have already made up your mind anyway.
This is right next to the other property. Is anybody going to come and speak? I'm going to close the public. Hold on just a minute before we close it.
I'd like to say something.
Okay.
Change my mind. My dad worked his life to save up money to buy property for my two brothers and I. That's what he bought me. My sister-in-law and my daddy worked while I worked at Hager Slacks to remodel that place so I'd have someplace to go. And the only reason I moved out of that place is because my mother got real sick and my brothers worked. One worked for the civil service and the other worked for the electric company. And I moved out to take care of my mother at night and during the day, and I still work my job. And yet these three women move in, and these other people, and junked that place up, and I've told them 1,000 times when I went down there to clean it up, get it cleaned up. Like I said, we paid the first time the city went and cleaned it up. Yet they're moved out on us money, and they can't seem to find them to put them in jail to make them pay it. But yet y'all are going to destroy the house and things.
Thank you, ma'am. And I appreciate your struggle, but it's this council's job to provide public safety to the citizens. These properties, unfortunately, have become a public nuisance and are causing criminal elements.
Well, then if y'all would start passing some laws to protect the renters.
But we're enforcing,
people.
Ma'am, I have owned a lot of rental property in my life, and as a property owner, you have responsibility to take care of it, and you're responsible for who you rent it to. At this time, I'll close the public hearing. Council.
Yes, Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on these properties dilapidated public nuisance and the authorized abatement thereof is set forth in the resolution.
Motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Chapman. Gill.
Yes.
Hampton.
Yes.
Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins. Harris.
Motion carries. Okay. Are we ready for this, gentlemen's? Are we ready for 1511, Josh?
Yes, we can go ahead. We'll flip that to that real quick.
Sir, come on up, and we're going to do the presentation, and you can speak.
Sorry about that. I'm almost there.
Okay, we're on 1511 Southwest Charles W. Whitlow. Josh?
Right, 1511 Southwest Charles W. Whitlow, inactive water account since 2017. The property was also posted on August 14th, 2024. Any questions?
What was the utility date?
2017.
Okay. Any questions, council? At this time, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Yes, sir. Please give us your name and address.
Albert Gaither. 6706 Southwest Forest Circle, Lawton, Oklahoma.
Tell us.
Well, really, I didn't have nothing to tell you, but I came here because I got this letter out the door there. I think it might be the same one that's in the picture. But anyway, actually, this is my wife's mother's property, and she and her dad also passed away, and I don't know if they got a clear title on it or not, you know. But anyway, I talked to her before I came up here because she didn't feel like coming. But anyway, she said, we'll just go ahead and tear it down, you know. And she wanted to know about the process we had to go through to get it tore down.
Okay, so you're planning on tearing it down?
Right, that's what she said.
Okay, and probably what's going to happen is that council is going to put it on the D&D list, and then these guys will work with you. If you want to tear it down, it's actually cheaper for you to do it than us. And they'll work with you on how that's done, or if we tear it down, okay?
Right.
All right, thank you. Anything else you want to tell us?
No, I ain't got nothing else to tell you. I just want to know who I need to talk to about getting it.
Okay.
You know,
All
what
right.
the cost is or whatever the case
These
may
two
be.
guys right here are going to help you. At this time, I close the public hearing. Council?
Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Gill.
Yes.
Hampton.
Yes.
Uyghur. Yes.
Yes.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman.
Okay, and what's your address that you're here for? Okay, you want to come on up? What is it, Josh?
2115 Northwest Pollard.
Okay. Okay, Josh. Okay, we're on 2115 Northwest Pollard Avenue.
Right, 2115 Northwest Pollard Avenue. It does have an active water account. Also does have two different fire dates, one in March of 24 and also in June of 24. The property was posted August 14, 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Yes, ma'am, please give us your name and address.
My name is Carol Hoyle. I live at 516 War Admiral Court, Edmond, Oklahoma.
Okay, and what do you have to tell us, ma'am?
I would like for it not to be put on the D&D list. I plan on having it remodeled. Actually, I planned on it after the first fire, but I was talked into it in time of emotional. I was talked into having it demolished. But anyway, I came down to the City Hall here on August the 13th to get a remodeling permit, and they wouldn't give it to me because apparently it had already been put on the D&D list, and I wasn't even aware of such a thing.
Okay.
Anyway, I plan on remodeling.
Okay, if your intent is to remodel it, and get it in compliance, this is going to work out great, because
Good.
that's our intent too.
Good.
And so if the council puts it on the D&D, you'll have 6 weeks to get your permit,
To get the permit?
to get the permit. And then you have, it's actually 30 business days, but that's 6 weeks. And then you will have to show improvement every month, but these guys will be working with you right here, okay? Is there anything else you'd like to tell us?
I don't know. Is there anything else you need to know about it?
I think
I mean, I'll tell
we
you
have what
lots
we
of things,
need.
but I think you do. Okay.
Thank you very much. At this
Mayor-
time,
Mayor, I'm sorry, I have a question.
okay.
Ma'am, you were told by the License and Permits Office that you could not pull a remodel permit, is that right?
Right, because it was on the D&D list. And then I had to go figure out what that meant. But yeah, that's what they told me.
Yeah, that's,
Once notice is posted, we are not allowed to issue any permits. So once the 10 days prior to the public hearing, we're not allowed by code to issue any permits.
What day
So
was it?
there's a hold posted on the property.
What day was it?
but was she informed that she could come back later and get a remodel permit?
That I don't know.
No, I did not until after this meeting.
Do you know who you spoke to?
Well, at the permit place or at the
At the
D&D
at the permit place?
No, it was a nice young lady, but she talked to somebody at the neighborhood services. They're the ones that told me to come to this meeting.
Okay. We'll get that addressed downstairs. Yeah.
And what day was this posted?
8/14,
So the day after I came in to ask for the permit?
apparently. So, but yeah, we'll get that addressed.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Hmm? Yeah.
Mayor, I think out of an abundance of caution, we should pull this.
Okay, I'm striking this item, and you guys just start over on it.
Oh, just strike, you can strike it.
Okay.
You don't need to vote for that.
Okay, is there anybody here to speak on any other properties? Ma'am, are you here to speak on a property? No. Okay, and you're not here to speak on a property? Okay. Okay, now we're on 23 Northwest 24th Street. Josh?
But 23 Northwest 24th Street, I was actually wanting to strike that property.
We're striking 23 Northwest 24th, right?
Correct.
Okay, now we're on 56 Northwest 24th Street. Josh?
Yes, sir. Give me just 1 sec. I'll get right back over to these. Okay, 56 Northwest 24th Street, inactive water account since 2013. Post on his property August 14th of 24. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Fair Council, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatements thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton.
Motion carries, bringing up 706 Southwest E Avenue. Josh?
All right, 706 Southwest E Avenue, inactive water account since 2009. Posted on his property August 14th of '24. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on 706 Southwest E Avenue, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one come forward, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Hampton.
Yes.
Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill.
Yes.
Motion carries, bringing up 811 Southwest H Avenue. Josh?
811 Southwest H Avenue, inactive water account since June of '24. The fire date of January of 2024. This property was posted on August 14th of 2024. Any questions?
Seeing no questions, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on 811 Southwest H Avenue, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton.
Motion carries, bringing up 813 Southwest H Avenue. Josh?
813 Southwest H Avenue, inactive water account since 2019, the fire date of June 2024. This property was posted August 14th of 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I will open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on 813 Southwest H Avenue, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on this property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Is there a second?
Second.
We do have a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Williams. Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill.
Yes.
Hampton.
Yes.
Uyghur.
Motion carries, bringing up 913 Southwest Monroe Avenue. Josh?
All right, 913 Southwest Monroe Avenue, inactive water account since 2017. Posted on this property August 14th of 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on 913 Southwest Monroe, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the statement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries, bringing up 1214 Northwest Smith Avenue. Josh?
1214 Northwest Smith Avenue, inactive water account since 2022. Posted on this property August 14th of 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on 1214 Northwest Smith, please come forward at this time. Northwest Smith Avenue, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structure on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries. That was Smith Avenue, right? Okay, bringing up 1405 Southwest Summit Avenue. Josh.
1405 Southwest Summit Avenue, inactive water account since 2016, the fire date of January 2021. Post on this property August 14th, 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on 1405 Southwest Summit Avenue, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Do I hear a second? Do I have a second? Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins.
Motion carries. Bringing up 1603 Northwest Lincoln Avenue. Josh?
Okay, 1603 Northwest Lincoln Avenue, inactive water account since July of 2024 with a fire date of May of 2024. Post on his property August 14th of 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1603 Northwest Lincoln Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
We have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Okay, that brings up 1913 Northwest Smith Avenue. Josh?
1913 Northwest Smith Avenue, had inactive water account since 2021. Post on his property August 14th, 2024. Any questions?
Seeing none, I'll open the public hearing on 1913 Northwest Smith Avenue. Anyone wishing to speak on this property, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I will close the public hearing. Council?
Mr. Mayor, I move to approve a resolution declaring the structures on the property a dilapidated public nuisance and authorize the abatement thereof as set forth in the resolution.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
Harris. Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins.
Motion carries, completing that item. I got everything, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That item is complete, and we're striking item number 3 of the executive session. That's also on the regular agenda and will be handled there. Do I have a motion for adjournment? I've got it marked off. Oh, we struck Pollard.
I make a motion, Mr. Mayor, that we adjourn.
Do we have a second? We do have a second. Please vote.
Chapman. Gill. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Hankins. Harris.
The on button and the red light means it's on.
Test, test.
Okay, it's time to get started. I'll call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Lawton City Council to order. Please stand for the invocation by Pastor Rachel Thacker from First Christian Church and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pastor?
Most gracious God, we give you thanks for this day. We give you thanks for those that sit on our council and have committed their time to the cares and concerns of our community. We ask that what is said and done here will be done with love and care for the citizens of Lawton. We ask that you would be with everything that is said and done, and that it would be words spoken in kindness and compassion. We ask in all things that you would be in and through this place. Fill it with your peace and with your calm, and we will give you thanks. Amen.
All right, thank you, Pastor. Please call the roll.
Hankins. Harris. Chapman. Gill.
Yes.
Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Present.
Warren.
Okay, a quorum is established. And that brings us to the first item, which is a presentation, Employee Spotlight Award, Christy Kimmel, Emergency Communications. City Manager.
Christy, will you come on down, please? So Christy is a employee of our Emergency Communications Department. She's been with us since 2016, and recently we were doing an academy for our Emergency Communications Department where we're onboarding personnel. We had 5 new employees that were participating in this training, and our training coordinator came down with COVID, and Christy rose to the occasion with no notice, no time to prepare, and she ran this very intensive six-week academy on her own. And emergency communication, they're kind of unsung heroes. What they do in the community is very important. We really only notice it when it doesn't work, but it works 99.9% of the time, and without the vital contributions of employees like Christy, we would be in bad shape. So thank you for doing what you did, and please accept this token of our appreciation. Please give Christy a round of applause.
All right, that's always the fun part. Now we move to the reports by the mayor and city council, and we'll start with Ward 1.
I wanted to say we've had a lot of water leaks, which is not surprising. That's just how old pipes go in the city. But be patient with that, because I mean, they let us know, they let the council members know when there's a water leak in their area, and the city staff is doing their best. I mean, we've had just a gazillion water leaks, so be very patient if you can with that, and then when we get our new pipes in, that won't be happening as often, so.
Thank you. Ward 2? And Ward 3? No? Ward 4?
Oh, I always have something on roads and streets. We're starting the last 15, or we've started the last 15. They'll be done ahead of schedule. But the most important thing is we've really had good engineering and really a lot of good work from the subcontractors, and we're going to get this wound up before Thanksgiving and be starting on another 23. And we're going to save about $400,000 on the bid that we can put in on more streets. So we should be happy about that.
Okay, we like that report. Thank you. And Ward 5?
Thank God for the streets. They're looking wonderful. I like the striping. I want to shout out to the city manager and his team. Someone mentioned to me today that the stripes really, really stand out, and they were excited about that. And I'm out of order a little bit, but I did want to mention the farmer's market. I had some fresh okra, pickled okra. I don't know if is pickled okra fresh. Anyway, I had fresh pickled okra, delicious, good fun time talking to a lot of the citizens. Get out on Saturday mornings to the farmer's market. It's an excellent venue. Thank you, Mayor.
Ward 6. Ward 7.
I'd just like to say, a lot of the citizens have been talking to me. They're so excited about all the construction that's going on right around here in Lawton. Had one, she started out kind of complaining at first, and then she kind of looked and she said, you know what? When everything is over with, we're going to have a smooth ride. So I just want to thank everybody for all the hard work they're doing.
Okay, thank you. Ward 8.
It's a beautiful day. It's cooler. It was only 85 in my office today, so.
All right, and Colonel.
Yes, sir. I know we say this a lot, but the Lawton Fort Sill community means a lot to us. And so for the group, last week we were notified that we had moved up a step for the best garrison competition for the Army. So we're at the Installation Management Command. Yeah, I appreciate that for the team. So this is what it means to be the Lawton Fort Sill community. So we'll find out October timeframe if we've gone up to the Army level, and we'll find out from there. So more to follow. So again, I appreciate everybody that the support for the community in Fort Sill writ large, and for those who came out for the picture, it was absolutely fantastic. So once again, thank you very much.
All right, thank you, and good luck with that. We know you're out in front. We appreciate that and appreciate being a part of it. Okay, with that, we move on to audience participation. Lawton citizens having an item of business to present to the City Council that does not appear on the agenda, please come forward at this time. The mayor and council will receive comments from audience members. Council may recommend to the individual or group as to what action they should take, such as refer the situation to a particular department or person at the city offices. In order to participate in audience participation, each speaker must submit a request to speak form to the city clerk and must reside within the city limits of Lawton. Each speaker will have a 3-minute time limit. Each topic will have a 9-minute time limit. And audience participation will be limited to 30 minutes in total. Each participant is required to adhere to the rules of decorum outlined in Policy 1-6. I didn't get any requests to speak. Did you, Clerk?
No, sir.
Okay, so we'll move on to the consent agenda, where we're striking item 19 and pulling item 20. Are there other items that you would like to pull for discussion, Council? Seeing none, can I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
Motion to approve the consent agenda with the exception of striking number 19 and pulling number 20. We have a motion and a second. Please vote. Motion carries 8-0. Bringing up item 20. Consider approving the minutes of previous council meetings. John, City Manager.
City Clerk is going to talk about it.
Okay.
Mayor, Council, we just had some sets of minutes that were not posted publicly on our website. So I am bringing them to you for approval so that we can go ahead and get them posted.
Questions? Motion to approve. Is there a second? We have a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote. Motion carries 8-0. Bringing up business item number 22, hold a public hearing and consider resolution amending the 2030 land use plan for the city of Lawton from residential high density to commercial for the property located at 3116 Southwest J Avenue, Lawton, Oklahoma 73505, and take appropriate action as deemed necessary. Cameron.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Council. We have a request for an amendment to the land use plan, which goes with an item right after this for a request for rezoning for the property located at 3116 Southwest J Avenue. This is just east of 38th Street, south of J Avenue. This has been brought to you before on April 23rd, 2024. The item was tabled with staff being requested to bring back a code change for additional parking requirements. That code change was brought to council on June 25th. There was a vote of 4-1, which postponed that till July 9th, where the ordinance died with no motion to pass or fail. So that code change for the parking did not go through, so we're bringing this rezoning request back for your consideration. It went through the City Planning Commission, where they did recommend approval on this. The area is currently vacant. There was a structure, residential structure, that was torn down many years ago, so the land is currently vacant. The proposed site plan shows 2 smaller soccer fields that are proposed to be turfed with a concession stand and a parking lot. The current land use is residential high density. The proposed is commercial. The current zoning is R1, with the proposed zoning being C4. They did provide some 3D renderings of what this would potentially look like with the soccer fields and the concession stand. Provided some shaded seating in the center between the fields. There will be an OPEG screening along the east property line, as you can see in the rendering. And then a small concession and bathroom stand in between the 2 fields. This was noticed to 28 property owners on August 5th and posted in the Law and Constitution on August 9th, and we did not receive any phone calls for or against this. Any questions I can answer?
Okay, it is recommended for approval by CPC.
I just have
Council, do you have questions?
just one
Mr.
question.
Warren?
This still doesn't fix the parking issue, correct?
This is a different site plan than what they proposed in the original. The original only had 17 proposed parking spaces. Now they propose a bigger parking lot. The applicant was supposed to be here. Yep, the applicant is here if you have particular questions
Okay, so
about that.
but we're okay with the parking now?
It does meet what our city code currently has, correct?
Yeah, what is that code?
It was based on the concession stand, and so that's what it was calculated on. We don't have the current.
Is it asphalt or gravel?
Right now, it is proposed, their site plan proposes asphalt.
Okay. And can you put that the zoning map back up? I do have some constituents over in that area that have voiced a little bit of concern. That the R3 to the, okay.
Yeah, the R3 to the east is
That's a dance studio
dance
over
studio
there?
and is currently a non-conforming use.
That's not C5 though, that's high density R5? I mean,
R3
Yes.
it's a residential is the zoning, but the dance studio would be a commercial use.
Yeah, that's
why
what
it
I
would
was,
be non-conforming.
That's what I was thinking. Does that need to be updated there to be commercial also?
It's they're grandfathered in. They get to continue that use until they want to expand their facility or if a new use was to come in there with a higher zoning regulation.
Okay, and does that encompass that empty lot that runs next door to it? The dance studio, to the east of the dance studio?
It's all their property.
That's part of the same property?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's the area right there that they were complaining about a lot of dust when they were parking in there, in that area. But we can deal with that. That answers my question. I just was looking at the zoning there to make sure that there was some continuity there. Thank you.
I'll make a motion, we approve this.
Have a motion for approval. Is there a second? We have a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
We need to hold the public hearing on this? Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. At this time, I'll open the public hearing for this item. Anyone wishing to speak on the soccer fields, please come forward at this time. Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing. We have a motion and a second. We give you another shot at discussion or debate. There is none. Please vote. Motion carries 8-0. Bringing up item 23, hold a public hearing and consider an ordinance for rezoning request for the property located at 3116 Southwest J Avenue, Lawton, Oklahoma 73505, changing the zoning classification from R1 Single Family Dwelling District to C4 Tourist Commercial District and take appropriate action as deemed necessary. Cameron?
Yes, sir. This is the corresponding item to one we just passed. That was for the land use. This would be for the official zoning. This would be an ordinance.
At this time, I will open the public hearing on this zoning request. Anyone wishing to speak on this item, please come forward at this time. Seeing none, I will close the public hearing. Council? Have a motion for approval and a second. Discussion or debate? Please vote.
We need to read the title, please.
Okay, let's read the title. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I want to clarify that the motion was to read the title and read the title only, waive the reading of the ordinance, and that was the second. Who made the second?
I did.
That was the second.
Over there, I think.
Okay. Please vote.
An ordinance changing the existing zoning classification from the R1 Single Family Dwelling District to C4 Tourist Commercial District zoning classification on the tract of land which is hereinafter more particularly described in Section 1 hereof, approving the site plan attached as Exhibit A and authorizing changes to be made upon the official zoning map in accordance with this ordinance.
Please vote. Motion carries 8-0. We're going to take a short break, like 1 minute.
We are back. Item number 24, hold a public hearing and consider a resolution amending the 2030 land use plan from residential low density to residential high density for property located at 801 to 809 Northwest Pershing Drive, Lawton, Oklahoma, 73507. Said amendment is related to a companion rezoning request from Deborah Bell on behalf of Windwall Properties LLC to allow for an assisted living home on the property and take appropriate action as deemed necessary.
Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.
The Planning Commission shall exercise all of the duties and powers specified in the Oklahoma statutes. Title 11, Sections 45 through 101, Section 1 through 3 of the Charter of the City of Lawton. So I'm going to make a motion that we send this back to the Planning Commission to give us an up or down vote on this. It's their responsibility to do that, so that's the reason we need to return it and get their recommendation at least, whether they want it or they don't, and then the council can go from there.
I'll take that motion, but we probably should give this young man an opportunity to tell us that, and the public more than anything else, that the Planning Commission did not recommend or deny this item, correct?
Correct.
The Planning Commission, I was at that meeting, the Planning Commission, both motions up or down, they died of lack of a motion. So that was the reason there was no recommendation. We're not required to get a recommendation, but the council does have some prerogative to send it back down to try to get a recommendation.
Okay.
Second that motion.
I've got a motion and a second. I would agree with it. That's kind of the whole purpose of having it, is so that they can give us their input and make a decision one way or the other. So I've got a motion and a second. Call the roll, please, or vote. That item passed 8-0, or that motion passed 8-0. That item was denied.
So it's going back
It's going back to the planning commission.
So will they send us out another letter?
Yes.
It would require a public hearing.
It would require another public. It would require another public hearing on there, and so they have a meeting this week, so it probably will not be this month. It'll probably be next month. So that'll give them time to get out notice and everything. Okay.
But yes, you will get notice again. That brings us to, we can skip item 25, correct?
Right. 25 is a companion.
It's a companion item, so we
Motion to.
we can have a motion to,
And that would also go.
Make a motion for it to go along with the other one.
It should go along with the other one.
Yeah, go along with the other one, and send it back to the planning commission.
Yes.
And my second down there, would you second that?
I've got a motion and a second to send that item number 25 back to the planning commission as well. Please vote. That motion passed 8-0.
Make a motion to adjourn.
We've got a motion to go into executive session. Call the roll, please, or vote.
Williams?
Yes.
Warren? Hankins? Harris?
Yes.
Chapman? Gill? Hampton? Uyghur?
Yes.
Can somebody make a motion to come back?
Second.
Got a motion to return from executive session in a second. Call the roll, please.
Warren. Harris.
Yes.
Chapman. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
John?
Pursuant to Section 307B.1, Title 25 Oklahoma statutes, the governing body convened an executive session to review the employment of John Ratliff, city manager, and they will take no action at the dais.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor, vote.
Harris. Chapman. Hampton. Uyghur. Williams.
Yes.
Warren.
Yes.